Hello. Look what came in today. I got my Forgeworld Mega Grot Tank. I am very excited. So here's the pieces of the Mega Grot Tank, or most of them. I'm gonna take a look at them and see how they are. This is the oops, and it's way overexposed. But there's not really instructions per usual. It's just the pictures of the tank and the pieces pointed out, so we'll see if we pretty much got it all or not. Of course, I have my little Forgeworld pamphlet, and this guy was sitting since only December 2019, so he's not that old. Alright, so here's the main deck, which actually looks pretty good. There's a little mold slip here, but not bad. It does go along these rivets, which might take some cleaning. I'll have to see. I think that can be fixed pretty easily, though. Just a little sanding and filling, probably. And it looks nice and dry, too, and it feels nice and dry, which is not always the case with Forgeworld, so that's good. That means the mold release isn't really overwhelming it. Still gonna wash it, of course. This side looks a lot better, though there's still a little bit of a slip here. A little mismatch. This is, I think, meant to overhang, so that's probably normal. Yeah, looks beautiful.
Hey,
And then I've got the sidecar tank, or the side tank tracks. There's a little bit of, you can see the glistening mold release, or maybe? Nope, there it goes. Okay, that's just some flash. Good. And yeah, these look nice. They look pretty straight, too. So I think that'll be alright. Of course, we'll be dry fitting everything. And this one, the turret has a little bit of a slip here. That may not matter, though. The turrets literally sit on top of that, so it probably won't even show. Oh, they've cut it off a key here, so that'll need some sanding. There's a little bit, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of the mold. Can't get it to focus. There we go, there we go. Oh, almost. Okay, there's a little bit of the mold stuck in here. What happens when it breaks out, so not sure about that one. Feels really smooth though, too, so I don't think I've got to have a mold release problem. It's kind of a complicated key here. Alright, so that one goes on the other side. I think I actually have it backwards at the moment, but that's okay. So parts I've recognized. This is the blade that goes on the front. It's really, if you look at it on the website, excuse me, it's actually a little difficult to figure out how it was from different angles. It looks very strange. It's really unique, though. I really like it. And also it's very smooth, nice. And that is gonna be interesting. I'm not sure that gets removed. It might be part of how it fits in. Have to see how it goes together. But yeah, because see, there's this. I think that probably slots in there good. I was worried that was part of the key at first. All right, so looking at some of the, here's one of the turrets. Very smooth. Don't see any problems with that piece at all. That's beautiful. Nice and dry. Here's one of the other turrets. Little mismatch there, but not bad at all. That is really beautiful, beautiful. Here's one of the others. There's a lot of turrets on this. Wow, these look like, I mean, overall, they look like they came out really, really well. Okay, big chunky turret. I'm pretty sure this is the one the commander sits on. Yeah, or the skipper. There's so much detail in these. I mean, look at all these rivets. A little bit of the mold again in there. That's that green stuff. Not that big of a problem though. Hopefully there won't be a hole behind it. Ah, it's got, well, a weld seam. That's beautiful. Yeah, and I'm not seeing a lot of places where there's holes. There's another bit of mold. Hope not, yeah, no, those were meant to be there. I was looking at those, those air bubbles, but no, those are just little places of, whatever the opposite of a rivet is, I guess. Now those look like holes, air holes, little tiny ones. Those will be easy to fill if I need to, though. Down there, they may not matter. Also, this one, a little bit cleanup. That came out nice and straight. The detail looks really good. Also very smooth, so this whole bash is dried really well. Also, this is the little, not turret, it's a little bit of cleanup right there. There's like a cupola, I think, that it sits for. It sits on, it holds it up. These are part of the turret assembly, I think. Also very nice. I am not seeing a whole lot of cleanup on these. This is really hot, really making me very happy. I've had more cleanup on my Deradeo. That's just flash. That's not. That does look a little. There's more mold release on it, so it's pretty shiny. It's dry though, so that's good. It's not oily like it gets sometimes. And oh, that's a solid chunk of resin right there. Interesting. Came off of its piece here. A little bit. Just barely make out this little bitty mold slip. If it needs to be filled, I'll fill it. I'm not sure. I tend to fill it if it's like gonna be seen. If it's not gonna be seen, I don't bother. Unless it's structurally important. Okay, this piece is a little bit not as good, but it's still not really bad. Just because there's a little bit of a slip here. But that looks like it will literally buff out. Let's see the commander. Now he lost a foot, unfortunately. That happens sometimes with these. It just literally snapped off. I've got it right here though. I found it, thank God. And he's adorable though. He's got something he's holding in his hand. Not sure what that's all about. Okay, that's the scope it's referencing in the picture. Okay, the skipper's holding a scope. Yeah, that makes sense. It shouldn't be too hard to fix that leg. It just is straight snap. Just need to super glue it. He's also got some mold lines that need to be fixed. Otherwise, I mean, that's actually really, really good detail for one of their little grots. I've gotten the grot crew before, and they were really bad. Very hard to fix. Got some exhausts. That's a little bit ugly there. And there's a pretty bad mold line on the inside here, but and on here. You kind of see it on the outside here. That is like sizably. You can really feel that. Oh wow. Okay, so that's not a good piece. Something broke off its key. Probably all these turrets. There's like a bazillion of them, literally. So let's see. Here's all the different turrets. I don't even know what they're supposed to be. This one looks like it broke. That's not good. Yeah. Oh dear. I don't know. Not actually seeing it on the sheet here. I'll have to look into that, but that's a break. Something broke there. I don't see any more pieces, but it might be on the desk. And another exhaust. It seems like there's always a mold seam on the exhaust. I guess it's something to do with the process. This one's not that bad though. It's pretty tame compared to some of the ones I've seen. Same with this. That's pretty easy to clean up, I think. On the little... Anytime there's these holes, apparently, it's a problem. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, see, that's pretty bad. There are sizable chunks missing. I don't know. I might see if I can get that replaced. And that's a really bad mold seam. These two here, I'm going to set them to the side. That looks okay. I just need some cleanup in between there where there's flash. But it's nice. They're nice and straight. They're not bowed or anything. Also a small mold liner. Not too bad though. The flamer looks good. A little bit of cleanup in here. I really hate cleaning up these kind of hoses where there's texture. And the other guns, which I think is where that one that broke popped off. Got the scrap launcher, the bolter equivalent. Not sure. Okay, this one has some mold in the fins here. I don't know what this is called. You know, there's some there too. Looks like there's meant to be a hole next to it, so I'll have to play with that and see if it's okay. It looks okay. I mean, there's not like a mold line though, so that's really good. Oh, that is very... I think it's broken on one side, or almost. It's very thin. I don't know if you can see it flexing right there. That's not supposed to do that. Be really careful with that one. It's very thin right there. I mean, that is incredibly thin resin. And the exhausts. Is that... I think that's supposed to be there. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether it works. I mean, overall they look really good. I just have a couple of small issues with some small pieces. Then this is the holding the icon up. That looks okay. Holding the totem, whatever it's called. Here's a... I don't know if that's on purpose or not. There's a chunk missing here, and there are a couple of air bubbles, but... Doesn't look like anything actually fits in there, but it does show it in the picture with it, so it might actually still be there. It might be meant to be there, like, you know, they do deliberate damage sometimes, like it's been in combat. Okay, I'm gonna look at the tracks really quick here. I'll have to splice this into the original video since we had a little kitty interruption in the end there. Was saying that they're not as detailed as I'd like. They do fit flush though on the track, on the places where the tracks are meant to go, so that's not a bad thing. They could be bent if they needed to be as well. One's longer than the other, which I find a little odd, but it's just the way the track came down on this end. Otherwise they look okay. They're not horribly warped or anything, and Yeah, here's the actual detail, sorry. Had it on the wrong side there. You can see there's just, I don't know, there's a little bit of extra material in a lot of these, and it doesn't look as clean as it could be. But yeah, it's alright. It's not got major mold slips or something, so there's that. And it is going to be on the bottom of the tank. Also, I'll be weathering it as well, so I don't know that I really would bother like trying to get it replaced or anything. As you can see, this one fits here. I like the detail of the, this needs some cleanup, it's a little bit junky, but I like the detail of this wheel going around, and it's got the, I don't know what these are called, sorry, the pins that go into the track that keep it rotating. Which of course you can't see on here at all, but again, I don't know that you would. What had me thrown for a while is this bit here, because this is the little bit that goes on this section. Let's see, this one goes on this side. I also have lost a little piece here. It's not got its other pin on that side, but I'm not sure I'm too fussed about that because it may be on the outside, but it can just put off his battle damage, especially with orcs, or grots in this case. What I'm wondering though is if there's these teeth here, which I don't think this is meant to meet. Maybe it is. I don't know. There's a little bit of a displacement here because the key's in the way. I don't know if these middle bits, they look pretty solid on this side of the track, but on this side of the track, I mean, you can see the light through them, and on this side you can see there's actually holes. Not as many on this one, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if that's meant to be removed is the point I'm trying to make here, or if it's meant to be kept in. I couldn't see a good enough detail on the Forgeworld site, so I might keep looking around and futzing with it when I actually go to build this. Otherwise, they're perfect. They're actually better detailed than some of the bits up here that kind of got mangled a little bit in a couple places, I think. But just require a little cleanup. Yeah, okay. Well, hopefully pretty soon we'll be building him. I have to build my grots first, though. I promised myself I'd build grots, and this is the reward. If I build all my grots, I get to build the Mega Grot Tank.